Far from the influences of Earth, mythical creatures have been hidden away remotely for eons of time. These hybrid creatures flee here from humans, and while some are merely abominations, others are found to possess living souls. The throne wars wage on for the very souls of the creatures discovered here, the brood intent on enslaving them, forcing them to strip mine this small planet of its rare elements. Supernovae that the brood feed on are set to consume the sky and this little planet. Yet an unforeseen threat lurks, and something here is not as it seems, and those who come soon lose themselves. Suiel has just arrived, and she has discovered that a virus is eating up their memories. She urgently wants to warn Zack about this while she can still remember what it is. Yet Zack isn't listening to the lying lips of a brood warrior. You must choose your path. Save the creatures, or enslave them to mine this planet raw.
Not fish. Who can argue with a mindset?
Surprise! Magic!
I don't think that's magic.
Theater! Oh!
Easy now, big guy.
Fresh Prince of Domination. Zack, I'm warning you. You need to listen to me.
Suiel!
I can't imagine you remember much else.
Suiel
I need to tell you
explain,
something very important
but Zack
about
won't
this place.
listen.
There's a virus.
Nothing could change his mind about the brood. And so, the battle begins.
Now that feels warm and inviting.
You're mine, Suiel.
I am yours, Zack, baby.
Oh, give me a break already.
Missed me. Well, I can tell your aim has improved. You really want me gone? Close, but you know. You may defeat me, but Balaam will find you, and when he does, he'll banish your miserable face down to the pit. Balaam will expose you for the usurper you really are. Merely a grave. You got me.
Yondros Sayakonglin.
Oh, that's where you went when I shot you.
Well, good afternoon. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder, go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for our video game test. So that was our Intrepid cinematic there. Working on all the animation. I don't have that to show. I've been looking at it every week going, we got to get that out there to show everybody. But it's coming. So it's actually looking really good. Those are just storyboards of what we're going to be doing. But yeah, so that's kind of what that's all about. Anyways, I am the founder and producer for Thunder Throne Wars. It takes place right here, a little place called the Milky Way Galaxy. You might know that place. You might live here where it says sun, and you might live on the Carina Arm. If you do, and you had, like, really incredible eyesight. I'm kidding. There's no way you could possibly see this. You would notice the Stellar Jewel Box Nebula NGC 3603. NASA had a satellite, took an image of it, and this is what it looks like. And we just went, wow, we got to put our planet there. So we put our little planet there, Planet Nebulous Prime. And as we zoom in on it, you can see the world that we're creating here. So it's going to be an open world, first-person game on the left hand, RPG on the right hand, kind of an open world. You can do exploring and stuff, but there's all these amazing outdoor arenas. And think of it like, when you go play a first-person shooter and then the arena ends and then you load another game. Well, what if you could do that without any loading? And then what if it was also a metagame where winning and losing mattered and you could take territory? So that's the game that we're making. And so this is a little mock-up of the sky that we're doing. So you can see the red giant and the blue giant here. And this is a little mock-up. So Scott's been working on this about how the planets are going to rotate. Well, the Nebulous Prime planet's going to rotate. We've got the blue giant, the red giant, and they're going to cross in the middle and create this purple X, and you're going to see that in the sky. So that's what we want to do. That's a little bit of a diagram of how it was going to work, and we still got a lot of work to do to get that to happen, and especially in the sky. Here's a mock-up of when you push tab, looking at the scoreboard, that kind of thing. Mock-up of what the marketplace looks like. So the game is better than free-to-play. So this is the well storage where you're going to be able to store things. You can, as all of your gear, all of your devices, everything level up over time. And so it's better than free to play. So you can just use the gear, whatever you want. You don't have to pay a cent. However, though, you put some money into this, you can sell this stuff for a profit. So that's we only sell package deals. We don't sell single items. It's limited time. And that's going to be the strategy that we use. Completely revolutionary. Very good for gamers. And I'm a gamer, that's why I did that. So looking at the global game market for 2018, 2019, and the growth over the next couple years. So it just continues to get bigger and better. And of course, video games are now bigger than television, surpassed the film box office, surpassed digital music, and continue to grow. And, it's a thing when you're out there talking to people about it, everybody seems to know about esports. So, we're not really targeting that market, but this is going to be an esport at the highest level. And talking about the epic $100 million mega grant. So that's money that they are giving away to people making epic games on the game engine. So I think we've got a great strategy in place how to present that. A list of all the publishers. I don't think we've got to knock on this many doors. We're going to go to Epic first. We do have an animation advisor that works at NetEase. He wants to take our vertical slice and pitch that there. We're looking at a deadline date of August 15th, so it looks like we're on track for that. Not only for the game, but also for the TV show. So this is the amazing thing. The Unreal Engine, they've been working with Hollywood. They've got real-time ray tracing in the engine now. And so we have the ability to produce streaming television. And, we're being advised by Screenwriter U, and they've gone to Netflix. They reversed engineered what Netflix is looking for. They're looking for what they call binge-worthy television. So that's the kind of shows that you watch and it leaves you hanging. It's a cliffhanger. It's got some unfinished threads. You got to watch the next one. And what they want to see is your first 5 seasons of your show planned out, and in a document called the TV Pitch Bible. And so my writing team has agreed to have that complete for August 15th as well. And they're right on track to do that. So this is very exciting. We have a an advisor that already has a TV show on Amazon. So it just keeps getting better and better. And this is what the writers have figured out, how the characters will interact and relate. It's funny because I do these things. I mean, they do those things, and then I'm the guy that kind of reorganize this and make it look really good and put the character pictures and stuff like that. And I'm like, why didn't I think about this? So it's kind of cool. All right, so looking at some characters. So this is going to be Gap's sidekick. This is Grawl. I'm going to just kind of keep my lip zipped, if I can say that, lip zipped about what the story is behind this character. It's very cool. It's deep. It's got a very big twist, but I'm just not going to say nothing here. So this is Grawl. So Grawl is going to be Gap. So this is Brian did both of these. So Brian did up Gap as well. And then Gap was done by Duck in 3D. So this is the 3D version. So we tested it in the game. We still got to do some unwrapping so that we can add textures to it. We want fur on the legs. We're going to have to update the Unreal Engine to do that because the next version has fur and hair, which is really good, especially for doing television. All right, so here's Azrael. Steve's been working on this. So I don't know if you watched last week, but I picked a face from one and a wing from another and boots from another and things like that. And so this is the hybrid. This is the one that's been chosen. So this is just early concept art. We still got to present this and then get it into 3D. All right. So I got so many new people. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce some of their names. So this is Leandra. I hope I'm saying that right. So this is the Mole King and the Mole Queen. So this is just concept art. The colors are not exactly correct. She's given us, like 9 choices. Some I think there's 12. And it's a lot of choices. So these are just ones I quickly picked out. I do like the fact that on the crowns and stuff, they got some different and the necklace, they got some different colors just to make those things stand out, but they're all in one location. We need to kind of start to blend this together, so she's going to work on that. And then the Mole Princess. So the twist here is that you're going to go so the moles are blind and they're underground. I'm not going to really get into this story. I'll let the writers kind of expose that, and then you can watch the TV show and figure that out. But anyways, so what's going to happen is if you get caught, the guards are going to bring you to the Mole King, and he's going to try to marry off the Mole Princess to you. That's my idea, just for the game. I don't know what's going to happen in the TV show, but that's kind of what we want to do. So I kind of like these two things. I like the lighter color mole, and I do like the darker kind of African type textures. So we still got lots of choices to make here and things to do. And there's a couple guards coming. We didn't get those this week. Steve also did up all 12 of our walking, talking trees. I just randomly said, well, I think there's going to be 12. And he's like, okay. And he designs all 12. So right now, number 12 is in 3D development. Nothing to show this week yet. However, take a look at some of the other things coming up. So, I forgot to get his name on. Oh man, sorry. A bit of a rush to get to streaming today, so a few things got missed. So anyways, this is Payman, one of the characters, and Payman's Castle. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I didn't put your name on there. And I don't even know how to pronounce his name yet, so I can't even say it. So he even tells me how to pronounce his name, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it. So anyways, I'll get to that. Sorry. So Jonathan did our Wildcat. This is going to be a random creature that's going to be walking around, a little bit scary. It's a saber-toothed clouded leopard. Oh, I got that right this time. And so, yeah, it's going to be a big cat. And then it's got little kittens. So 6 little kittens. And so he's working on that as well. So the question is, should a baby kitten have sabers that big? That's the question. So let us know what you think. All right, so Mike did our Strangler plant and got it into the game. It's kind of funny because this week I was like, I can't find this plant anywhere. And he's like, oh, it didn't show up. I didn't put it in or properly or something. I don't know exactly what it was. So he puts it in. I'm like, oh, but it has no textures. He's like, oh, look for the textures. I'm like, they're there. And he's like, oh, but the material's missing. So anyways, we got it all figured. It's been a crazy week, but man, we got lots done. So here's what Sophia. So she's working on that tree number 12. But look at this. She's doing Telly's jewelry. So all of our characters are going to have, jewels and armor and some clothes that are just cosmetic. So you're going to be able to decide how you want to dress your character up. And so this is Tally's rings. These are just absolutely gorgeous. Ring 1, ring 2. Isn't that beautiful? Man, Sophia, amazing. Tally's earrings. And this is my favorite. Tally's necklace. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, and the thing is I don't know, been doing some research. There's about 50% female, 50% male gamers out there. So we're trying to, do our best to appeal to both. I know girls like dress up type stuff, so that's kind of where this is going. You're going to be able to dress up the guys as well. It won't quite be as flashy as that, but yeah. So now, so again, here. Faria? I hope I'm saying that right. My goodness. So you guys got to correct me if I'm wrong. So this is the Lager Castle. So there's actually a place on an island where there is no playable level, and it's got, the lagers. So think of it half lion, half tiger. It's a lager. And so they have a castle. There's a king, a queen, a prince, and a princess, and some guards. And, there's the Dark Laggers as well. So she's working on getting this done. So the castle was the deadline for this week. So we got that done. Going to make a few changes. But she rounded the front, put in the front gate. So we're going to just make this what do we call this, balcony, stick out a little further. So when you're a player, you're going to go up to the top, see the king, and then you can walk out here and you're going to be able to look at all the landscape. I just thought if this was sticking out further, you get a better view. So that's what we're going to do there. All right, so we are doing a meme, and so I got a little report from Gabriel. He is our social media manager, and so he's been running ads on Instagram, and so he's actually got some response. It's a different place than I'm used to seeing, so it doesn't come directly to me. So that's why I didn't know last week. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that. So anyways, it's kind of a joke. Our game's Throne Wars, and so we thought throne be kind of cool if we were promoting thrones. But some people are going to think of a throne as a toilet. So it's kind of a joke. And so we put the royal toilet on top of the throne, just kind of an image to grab people. And, basically what it is you do share your throne, take a picture of yourself, and you subscribe to our email list. And then you're entered into, you become a part of our testing and stuff like that. So the whole idea here is that we want to, and let me just say this, we want to add 50,000 people to our test list. And I know this is crazy by August 15th, because if we've got that many testers signed up, the publisher will just say yes for anything that we ask for. So we're nowhere near that. So if there's somebody out there that understands how to do this better than we do, that would be great. So the joke is, you can add it to your resume, which is not really, I guess that's not the joke. The joke is that it's not a poop simulator. So that's what he came up with. All right. So Faria also did the Saflatus's Intrepid Brood Fortress. Now, we've got a 3D modeler. He is working on the gargoyles for this and doing a fantastic job. We've already got the dragon heads done. We've already got the energy icon done. So here's just a couple images of what the final product is, kind of going to look like. And so that's what we're doing right now. That's her flag with her emblem on it, or Saflatus, that is. It's because Saflatus owns this fortress. All right, so I got some time to do some new screenshots this week, so here they are. So this is our Intrepid map, beautiful mountains, all the waterworks, this wonderful fountain. Boyan did that up. So this is the feature area. Now, when you do a vertical slice, it's a narrow slice of your game, as functional as you can make it. So I think we've pretty much got that all nailed down. It's looking like we're going to actually have a castle and a fortress in here as well. Maybe we can get to multiplayer. I'm not sure, but that's we're getting close. So it's going to be kind of up in the air if we get all the way there. But I took all these screenshots today to kind of show you some of this stuff. And and this fountain is being totally redone. So we've got a whole bunch of things coming. They're not in there yet, but the process is that we make the 3D models, we test them in the game, we get them sized correctly, and then once we're happy with the model, then we do an unwrap. So that's how you put the textures on it. So these models right here have no unwrapping, no textures, just placeholders to kind of say, hey, there's going to be a fountain here. It's going to have a phoenix on it, but these are just placeholders, quickie things that have been put in. Boyan did that. It's very wonderful, but Carlos has now got this assignment, and so he's an amazing 3D modeler, so he's going to go and make the feature fountain in the middle of this. So give us 2 or 3 weeks, and then that'll be in place. We'll probably 2 weeks we'll have the raw in there. And then just some more images of the fountain from various views. You can see the phoenix down below and the fountain. And more on the building here. So Boyan did a fantastic job on this. The trees were done by Maggie. She's no longer with us. She's got a job with BioWare. That's a problem here. We bring in all these talented people, and then they get taken by all the big companies. That's part of the reason why I am just putting first names everywhere, so that it's a little harder to scoop our people. If it happens, it happens. But anyways, so there we go. Some more images, getting into a little bit of the river work there. And Mike has been working on the grass. I do have a comment that this grass looks a little bit cartoony. Mike, I need to talk to you about that, because Henrique did some amazing grass. Maybe if one of you guys are watching this, go speak to each other. We do have grass, some really incredible grass we could put in here. And I did mention that, but I don't think we're just all too busy. So yeah, it looks a little better than that. That grass looks a little bit on the cell shaded side. I didn't even notice. So you see that the steam is kind of distorting that. It's very interesting. But yeah, so we got the textures in. It's looking really good. Still little things to do, little details, but it's getting there. You can see how bumpy that water is too. That's great. I took a picture of the brood side, but I didn't take a picture of the kin side. All right, so there is the strangler plant. So basically, this is going to be quest number 1, not for this plant. There's another plant that's not in the game yet, and you're going to go pick that. But if you get too close to this guy, he's going to grab you. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let it be a surprise. Oh, yeah, okay. So I got some other things to talk about here. There's so much going on. I'm going to miss all kinds of stuff, but I'll do my very best. All right, so this is Strangler Forest. Sorry. Showing a bit of this is the step waterfall. Look in the river that's going up the mountain. So I can see we got to get some more detail work in here. This is all just basic stuff. And, this is all just placeholders on each side. We got a lot of work to do. We've got a designer working on the throne room here. I love the Kin Castle, but we need to redo the throne room. It's just not properly designed for the gameplay. So that's that. And we've got a 3D modeler working on the 3 nests. There's going to be nests for the Phoenix up here in the mountain, which is another quest. Actually, this is a better image. There'll be 3 nests up here. And then just looking at some of the different landscape. I just went around, took some screenshots today and kind of get a bit of an idea. Some different things for the map. This is a shrine. It's where you go to lick your wounds. Chest, which is your inventory. That automatically opens. And then Henrique's wonderful cactus. And Nicholas had to go replace all this. For some reason, I wasn't able to select the cactus or move it. And every time I did some work, it all disappeared. So something was not right. But now that's all fixed. And Nicholas had to replace all this. The other thing is Nicholas has put these flowers are supposed to be connected to the cactus through sockets. So we need to verify that those sockets are still there, and then they shouldn't be sitting on the ground. So the player's going to be able to pick that. That's a collection item. And getting a little bit over to the brood side, more of the desert area with our cactus. And this is still all very early stage. We're not even pre-alpha yet. So this is before pre-alpha. And looking at the Brood Fortress, so remember there's some images of what that's going to look like. I did talk to the modeler. Oh, another thing that we're going to do too is this is as far down as we can dig into the map. So this is going to be cut into a hole, and we're going to put a model here. And I don't think the pit's going to exit here. I don't think it reaches this far. So what the thought was is to put a deep, kind of a, we'll call it a throne pit here that you can fall into, and then a spiral walkway so you can get back out of it. And I think that's how that's going to be dealt with. This image is to remind me, and this is a note to myself, that we need to design this gate. We've got this incredible kin gate, and we did not design one for the Brood. So I took a screenshot of this to go, hey, you need to do that. So Faria, you're going to get that because you're doing so good on all this stuff, and we'll have it match. Anyways, more images of, and this is just a mock-up. And the Brood energy icon. So these are on the roof now. You can be able to see it from a great distance. You can see how high up they are now. This will all be flowing lava when we get to it, all flowing into the pit there. Yeah. And then some different things. I went way out in the ocean to take some of the screenshots. Now I'll get an idea. And this is all kind of part of the story about doing some strip mining. So you can see they've dug right through that mountain completely. It's part of the story. And that's a pygmy marmoset village. And just some more screenshots. And then I did the kin. So again, improper textures. This is just a placeholder model. This will all be rebuilt. Gonna totally rebuild the kin castle. And then this will be sitting up on top, the energy icon. We have a new version of that Henrikke's worked on. And Sheila did the concept art for it, changed the sides, and we went back and forth. And so we got a completely new design for that, which looks so much better. There is the dragon head. This is from the Bear Isle map, but we're going to use it here as a centerpiece. So it's kind of nice when you can take models and put them in different areas. And the other thing we got to do is have a concept artist work on our home trees. So these are large trees. This is a storage room, and that's where the players spawn. So we need to redo that. And looking up from above, what it looks like. And the nice thing about this, and it seems to be something that the artists really like, is having the big towers on one side and the smaller towers on the other side, and making things so they're not exactly mirror image on each side. And then looking up above. And then I went up even a little higher just to kind of get that look. And then I went into the pit because I've been forgetting to do this. So this is where you get banished to. So there's no death in our game. You actually get banished to a lower level. And then you're there with the enemy. That's the twist. And then you've got to escape it. I say it's a fate worse than death because other games count you out for 20 seconds. You can't do anything. And in our pit, you're there for at least 2 minutes trying to figure out how to get back into the main game. And then you lose your scoring ability, you lose your rank. So it's a painful place to be. And Derek's been doing a fantastic job laying this all out. And we've got this very unique place for Gap to go. And it's a bit of a secret. I think that's where I am in here with the screenshot. And then that's the maze. I'm not used to seeing it from above like that. Anyways, there we go. Some different areas of the pit, and that's not lit yet. So let's talk about Unreal Engine 5. So this is a major achievement. I mean, this is kind of like the impossible made possible. And what I mean by that is, when we make things in 3D, we want to make them absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And so they've come along and they've said, you know what, make that gorgeous, beautiful stuff. Just put it in. Don't worry about all the levels of detail. Because right now we're making 5 models. We're making this incredible, beautiful model. And then we've got to make these, so that we'll call that LOD 0, what you look at when you're very close up. And then we got to make LOD 0 or LOD 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 different models that we make as you walk away. And they have done away with all that. We're just putting in the high-level model and in Unreal 5. And the game engine is working with everything. Now, this isn't out yet. What you're looking at here is going to be out in 2021. And we don't want to just jump right into this, take our game that we've got now and all the work we're doing and then spend, who knows, let's say 5 months trying to convert everything over. And, we'd be deleting all the LODs. The code wouldn't work. I mean, it would just be a nightmare to change over. So what we're going to do is when we go to game number 2, we're going to go to Unreal 5. That's always been the plan, so that's still the plan. But look at this. This is per pixel detail. It's absolutely gorgeous. High resolution model, so you just put the one model in and the engine figures everything out for you. And there is hundreds of these models, high resolution models in here, and the game just performs. Real-time lighting, works with the changing of the light. And, she opens up the wall here and everything lights up. And look how big this open world is. So this is going to work for the plans that we have for game number 2. Absolutely amazing. And then look at the special effects. And this is what's happening with their new system, Niagara, which is now finished in Unreal 4.25. So we're just waiting for that to jump up to, its final version. And then we may make the leap to that. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to have to discuss that with the team. So let's just talk about our gameplay a little bit because it's very unique. It's sort of like capture the flag, except you go and capture your own throne. And you can see these thrones are all different heights. So there's a center throne, tier 2, tier 3. And so when you show up, if you're the first person, you want to get on the center. Second person, you want to get on the second. Third, you want to get on the third. Now, that's not always going to be possible. You can also gather around. You can just stand close to it, and it'll capture, so that's fine. The more of your team, it's a team play game. The more your team gathers around it, the faster you capture. There's no waiting for players with this. You just jump in the game, and away you go. So you capture your own throne. Now, a little bit of a secret here, and that's what my stream's all about. I'm going to tell you some things about this game, and if you can remember them, you're going to do really well. And in the game, you can just shoot each other. That's fine. But what I'm talking about is advanced gameplay, maybe more of the professional side of it. So anyways, you capture your own throne, you wait until the announcement is made, and then you have gathered 2 throne energies. You take it to the central fountain, and you create a stronghold. What does that mean? That means that if this is your enemy here, you have now locked everybody out that hasn't made it to that central fountain from leveling out the amount of energy you have. So think of energy like bullets. They can't hold as many as you can. So it begins to tip the game in your team's favor. And then your defenders hold the throne while your offense goes and takes the enemy throne. That creates a kingdom because you own both thrones. You return, your high scorer player touches the home throne or any forward throne, and he declares an empire. Now the whole game is now taken down to 1 throne. Now we did a lot of testing with this. We actually did a tour of testing this stuff. And so this is very advanced game design that we've learned from years of testing. You hold that for a specific amount of time, you declare a dynasty. So it's still the single throne, but it's just more powerful. And if the enemy takes it, well, it's more. And the thing is, every time you're going through one of these things, you're relocking the whole game in the shrines. Maybe I should have a picture of a shrine here. But, and that's the other thing too, is we got so many things in production. So we do have level 2 of our shrines done, but we don't have level 3. So once we get that done, we'll put that into the game. Anyways, you place thrones all the way across the map. So placing thrones is our RPG stuff. So if you want to place a lightning throne, you're going to be able to cast lightning. Fire, ice, storms. That's basically the choices that you have. And you place it all the way across the map. When you reach the enemy's icon, you claim domination. Now, there's another part of the gameplay which I'll show today, which is called Ultimate Throne Wars, and that's when the thrones meet. So you're placing thrones from your side, they're placing thrones from their side, and you meet in the middle, and you have Ultimate Throne Wars. And that's just basically whoever gets more points wins and usurps. So if these guys place thrones to the center and these guys place thrones to the center, and the kin usurp the brood, then they would take over their whole line and then place one more throne at the end, and now this is vulnerable. It's very interesting gameplay stuff that we've developed over the years, trying to figure out how's the best way to do this, and that's what we've come up. So this is all called Throne Wars gameplay. We call it SCAD, Stronghold Kingdom Empire Dynasty. So just kind of our own language for figuring out how to play this game. So we got t-shirts, we got posters. Go to teespring.com/iPlayMore, enter the code iPlayMore and save yourself $3. And we've got a Discord channel up. you can earn mana, which is a real currency in our game, so worth real money. So if you go hang out and be active on our Discord, you'll begin to level up and earn mana, which is real currency in our game. You'll also earn mana by watching me on Twitch. So go to Twitch, follow me there, and earn mana. And you can actually type exclamation right here, exclamation mana, and see how much you've got. So there we go. Okay, so let's turn on the camera. Wave hello. I know it's a big introduction. We got a very active team. I am so impressed with these people. It's absolutely amazing what's happening. Kind of blown away. I'm having a hard time keeping up, but you know, I love it. I absolutely love it. So forgive me with my Windows stuff. Okay, so here's how the game is. So we're actually in the Unreal Engine here, looking at all this world where these beautiful screenshots is. I'll try to go smooth because I know it's very fast. Okay, so you can walk, you can run, and it's just like this. First one in, jump up, take the throne, away we go. Jump over to the enemy side. So I'm just doing 2 players on 1 computer. And we're going to hear the announcement.
The Kim.
Princess of Thunder.
So you can see the flashing in the bottom corners. That is saying who's doing what.
Princess of Thunder.
Announcement's done. I've got 2 throne energies. Oh yeah, I got to pick some of this stuff up because I'm going to show this off too. Okay, so I've picked up the Agony. That's going to be really important. We're going to show that for a second. So anyways, the first team to come to the central fountain, you can see it's water. I'm going to come touch that. Turned it to lava. Created a stronghold. You're seeing the trees pop because we just have LOD0 in, which is the high poly models. We don't have everything else in here yet. Okay, so I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to try something I've never done before. So I'm changing over to my Agony device. I'm going to hit Control, which allows me to zoom. I'm going to roll my mouse wheel. I'm going to zoom way in on this character. I'm going to use right click, and I'm going to connect to her. It didn't work. This has been working all week. All right. Oh, you can pull her off. Look at that. Okay, so he just got it working on the wrong side. Okay, so we got the characters glowing now, so you can be able to see them from a distance. So that is... So what this is, where I got the idea from, you know those old movies where they tie the wrists together and the 2 guys have a knife fight to the death? That's kind of what this is. This eventually is going to be sharing shields. Right now, it's just... And think about this. Okay, so you got a brand new player, and they don't know what to do. Let's just change away from all that noise. Okay, so let's just say there's a brand new player. What did I just do? The brand new player is going to be able to follow me wherever he... Now, brand new players are going to have 150% shield. So you're going to want to attach them and share shields. And this is kind of a revolutionary thing. Nobody else does this sort of thing. Okay. So how do you get rid of this? That easy. Okay. Just use my claw, and it cuts. So I'm glad we got that working. I'm just going to have to let him know that that's got to be the other thing. But it did. It pulled her off the throne. So we've got 3 ways to pull people off thrones. So number 1, stingers. And that'll blow up. Of course, I can shoot it. And that'll blow her off. I can use a claw and come up and left click. And she'll go flying. And now we've got the Agony. Very cool. So Brood's going to capture this throne. It's going to change over to the other side here. So she's got to find... What's that all about? Well, that's how you unlock and lock Stronghold, Kingdom, Empire, all that kind of stuff. So there's a shrine there. You see it's got a letter on the top. You're going to watch it change. As soon as she captures that, it's going to change. So both of these are going to change.
Queen of Dominations.
Alright, so this will fill up your shields. Of course, it doesn't match, so I can't unlock anything. If I go running for the enemy base, just to show what that's like, I'm just holding shift to make this run fast. So I can begin to capture this. Of course, I got to capture it from 0 instead of neutral. These are recoil devices, so they make you move very quickly. Of course, you're wasting energy. So there she is. All I have to do is touch this. Actually, I better stay here because you see she's capturing it. I'll take that back. So I'm on the center throne. Even though she's in the circle, I'm taking it back. Okay. Okay. So we got the enemies glowing. I'll pick up one of these as well. We'll mess with that a little bit more. So this throne's going to be out. So there's nothing I can do. I can still collect throne energy, but I can push T. Let me try something a little different today. Just going to place some thrones. So I'm pushing T and then WASD to place thrones. Just going to kind of curve around here. You can place thrones wherever you want. Up, down. You see how I went down? Those are all the thrones I've placed. Of course, you can be doing that with your own team. You're going to have to collect throne energy to do it. But I'm just doing it fast. I didn't push WSD. You can see my scepter's now online because I did a fire. So I'm going to go down. Oh, there it is. So we declared Ultimate Throne Wars. Okay, we're gonna test this. I should be able to pull her off. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, I've never done that before. I just pulled her right to me here. Oh, I'm still getting the points. It's a very high power device. Okay, so I don't want her to follow me, so I'm going to break it. I'm like a little kid with candy for him. So I broke it. You can see now I've connected all these thrones. You can see now they're not blue anymore, they're red. Because Brood has taken over. Now all I gotta do is come to the end here. Oh, she's unlocked it. There was a problem with bringing the enemy to my throne. Oh yeah, the bat. That's what's going on here. Where's the tree? There's a tree missing. See, I wouldn't even know that except the bat was there. We have this funny thing happen where things get deleted. People have things selected and they're like, oh, I'm going to delete this one thing. Okay, so here's the problem. You see she's captured that throne. Oops. So let's just do this again. Pull her off. So that's very interesting. So I've never done this before. I'm flying. Change to the claw. So I've cut that. So I've got limited time flying. You can earn your wings. We don't have all that working yet. I'm just going to pause. So in our game, your power-ups don't just run when you pick them up. You have the ability to control them. So I'm just going to go reattach this here. So I'm not able to place. Okay, so that should have reconnected. So it's not. That's another little bug. I love doing things different every week. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the energy icon in jeopardy.
Dominations.
So that's the final thing. I've declared dominations. That means that this is in jeopardy. You see the health bars appeared on it. Now, of course, this is going to be a whole team of 16 guys. 32 total. 16 on 16. And your whole team will be damaging this. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. So I'm using just my scepters there. So this will have a little bit more energy to it. Does the claw damage this? I don't think so. Yeah, we're getting that sound. Anyways. All right. All right. First time I've seen this. The outlying character on the throne. See the team score up at the top. We got that working. Still got a lot to do. Very early stage. But this is what's revolutionary about this. Is it just reloaded. Or restarted, sorry. I shouldn't say the word load. It just restarted. There is no loading involved. We are back in the game. Drives me crazy how many times the games I play load. All right. So we're getting this sound here again. So it's something I've been talking to the programmer about. I don't think we've figured out what that is or why that happens. I think it's just the energy icon. Yeah. It's just the energy icon, and it's just when the game restarts. Anyway, so we're early stage. We're trying to figure all these things out. We're getting close. Things are getting better. No crashes. That's great. Okay, so let's show banishing to the pit. So we're just going to have this guy come across. I'm going to test this again just because it's such a new feature, this. Just going to use our recoil device to get over here quickly. So you're not a human. A lot of people get mixed up. They're like, how can a human move like that? You're not a human. You are an angelic creature. We will have wings. We don't have that going on yet. We will have other characters. We only have the one character in the game. We got another one coming, and then we got a whole bunch that are going to be in development as we move forward. But this is where we're at right now. Okay, so I'm going to change over to the agony device. And then I'm going to create the tie bonds. Oh, isn't that interesting? So it's still connected, but we can't see it. So that's another little bug. So this is a black device. I've got the white. And I've banished her. She has been banished. So when the player is banished, let's just switch over to the banished player. You're going to be able to see her gear. You're going to see the enemy there. She's going to run around and pick that stuff up. Of course, I'm just on one computer here showing this off early stage. WASD does not work. All I've got is a left mouse click, and when I click it, I've been banished to the pit. I do have a claw. I can use that. It'll slow my descent. It's got a bit of a shield on the front of it. That spider is going to be following you around. It's going to be a pretty scary thing. I'm going to just hit G so you can see my character. Now, if I hit right click, I can put myself in a shield for a few seconds, and then it's over. And if I look at my device here, then it's been recharged. It gives a little sound to let me know it's been recharged. But if I push H here, you can see 0.0000%. I have no shields. I am totally vulnerable in this pit. So this is unlike any other game. Other games, you when you respawn, you're full and away you go. Okay, let's just see if I can figure some things out. I haven't been in this pit since they did a bunch of work. So I don't know what to think about all this. Everything's completely different. There's some water here. So there's no physics in the water yet. Oh yeah, I can see. So I believe this is... Okay, so this is going to be a big secret here. This is how you get to Gap. I think. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Okay, so I got a limited jump here, so that's what's happening. Oh, maybe this is where a gap is. I'm just like a newbie. Oh yeah, here it is. You come over here. Come up over here. See, but you're in the pit. Gotta use my claw. And here's where Gap's gonna be. Okay, I figured that out. So you're not going to be able to see up above. You won't see the sun and stuff. There's going to be a ceiling on all this. We just haven't got that done yet. That's awesome. Derek did that work. Awesome, Derek. So, yeah, we got to get physics up here. You should be able to swim this. All right. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get out of here. And forget that you can see everything up above. That won't be like that. So we got this open. Oh yeah, with the river running there. Yeah, this is a lot more scary now. Whoa! Oh my goodness. A few things to fix. Uh-oh. See how that bumps you off. I see, okay. So I'm going to try a jump and a claw. Ah, that works. And then this is what I'm looking for. Return. There's some rare devices. These are going to be hidden down here. So well, I was going to say, Derek, maybe we can get that hidden this next week, but maybe we'll leave that for another week so I know what's going on. So now I can switch to these rare devices. If I push H, I still see that I have 0 shield. I'm going to push Enter. Okay, I've returned. I've got a real powerful device, but boy, I am vulnerable. So this is a very exciting time of the game where you have no shield and you don't want to find any enemy, because one more hit, I go right back to that pit and I lose my rare devices, and that would be a little bit of a pain. So when you push return, you are going to go back to the tree. You're going to be very close. You're not going to be this far away. I mean, now I'm thinking maybe that's a better thing to be further away. I don't know. We're going to have to do a lot of testing and see. But basically, you're going to spawn behind that tree in safety. Not complete safety. Okay, so I can pick up this rare shield. That's going to immediately give me 33% protection. Pick that up. I'm going to come here. I'm going to unlock my shields. And now I can get more than 44%. I don't have very many forward shields, 8%, but I got a core shield of 43, 44, so that's pretty good. If I push enter, I'm going to be able to fly. I'm going to fly up into this. It's like a treehouse. Turn my freedom back off. When I picked up the freedom, which is that right there, that power up there, not the one I picked up, that gives me the ability to fly, and I get my super jump back. That's the one there. And now everything's respawning up there. So now I can come back here. Could be able to go to the chest. It's going to open up. I'm going to be able to go get back all my gear that I lost, because you're going to lose that too. We're not doing that yet. And now I'm ready to battle again. I can pick up the rare shield again. That should have been... The rare shield should take 2 minutes, but that wasn't 2 minutes. Okay. Just a little note for myself. Things to look at. That might be just not set right yet. That's why I test. And I haven't had a lot of time to test, so... And that's the thing. I just gotta test to figure out what's working. But anyways... Oh, you know what I want to do? Before I banish her, because I was going to just take one of these rare devices and banish her. I want to do one more thing here. So, oh, there she is. So yeah, you can see the character really good now. People are really lighting up. In fact, that might be too much. So here's all these goodies I can pick up. So that's called booty. It'll be throughout the game. Away you go. Okay, so I'm going to just have her go way up the mountain there. I want to just test something here. Okay, so she's going to go up the mountain. Okay, so I got to figure out exactly where she is. So I'm going to put her on top of this mountain. So it's kind of easy to see where she is. I'm going to go the other one. I'm going to go to my agony. And now I know that he's got this backwards. There she is. Oh, yeah. Can zoom, zoom, zoom. Take that shot, change over to her. This is what it's going to be like when you get hit. And it's like a bungee cord, so it's pulling me. I'm see my hands? I'm not doing nothing. So this is a way to pull your enemies towards you. This is a way for new players to feel like, hey, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, you know, you connect to them. They're going to have to do the quest. But this is working really good. So this was a little jerky before, so I'm very happy with this. We're going through the rocks, though. That's kind of weird. No, we're bouncing around those ones, but through that... Oh, you know, that might be just the camera, though. Oh, we're stuck. And it's pulling me. I'm not using anything. So I got myself unstuck. And there we go. You're pulled right to the enemy. So let's just change back over to her. So I just wanted to see how that looked. That's very smooth now. That's excellent. I'm going to change to a rare device. Now, the cool thing about rare devices is they attack the core shield. So it's a bit of a surprise. It's not attacking your forward shield until last. So when I shoot her, so that's a left click, right click. I've got 2 of them. Banished. So that took all of her for. Oh, actually, she didn't have any rare shield. Sorry. And then she's banished. So we change over to that. So you've been banished. Again, you can see all your stuff that's been dropped. There it is. You can see the enemy. Oh yeah, you can't zoom. You can't have WSD. All you can do is banish yourself to the pits. And you've got complete control, so you can decide when that happens. So, yeah, and then we got to get water here, guys. Because right now that's just a model. That's not right. But I got the mushroom down. Mushrooms on the ground. Yay. Okay, well, that's all I'm going to do this week. But, man, there's so much progress. And I probably missed, like... I'm going to say I probably missed 7 things. I have no idea how many things I missed. I probably missed 7 things. I'm very sorry if I missed you. We've got a fantastic team. I am so excited. We are so close to this thing. And let's just add the carrot on the end of the stick. The lead investor phone. Like, everything is falling into place. This is absolutely amazing. So, dream come true. Best week of my life 2 weeks ago. Last week was better. This week's even better yet. So I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just phenomenal. Live your dream. Do the thing you want to do. Keep doing it. Don't listen to the people that say it's not possible. Just make it happen. It just feels so wonderful. That's all I got to say. Have a great week. And so let's just go back over to this. Make sure you go to iPlayMore.com. Sign up for our video game test of Thunder. And we're getting closer and closer to doing this multiplayer. And it's just a couple months. I don't have a deadline yet, but a couple months before we actually have more than one level and we can actually have rotating gameplay happening and people online. So, but go sign up, get yourself into the system, and a few more weeks we'll start sending out some emails and letting people know about that. But yeah, so, and like I said, anybody that knows how to get massive amounts of people to sign up into our mail list, we need to do that. So maybe we need some more promoters or whatever. Anyways, very early stage. We're getting there. I love it. So it's VindaCator saying thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, ring the bell if you're on YouTube. And we'll see you next week. I'm VindaCator, and I am out.